Why, hello, fellow watchers, fellow dragons and all the like. It is I, Dragon Lover 95 here, and joining with me is Rosefang. But this isn't just a normal kind of video. This is going to be something we want to address here, and it's something ridiculous.
What is up, everyone? Roasting16 here, and yeah, just like Ashley said,
we discovered that we have a lot more in common than ever before.
Now we stated this on several accounts on Ashley's channel several times because the more we find out about this, the more baffling, hilarious, and somewhat frightening it is.
It certainly is.
I'm just like, are we subconsciously playing Simon Says or something?
Apparently. We found out we had a lot more in common than we thought.
Oh my god. Which one should we start with first?
I guess probably the types of animals we basically had during our time.
Okay, so I used to own hermit crabs. And I'll be completely honest, I was kind of new about, I never took care of hermit crabs before, so I can't really say I gave them the best care.
Funnily enough, that was the same thing that happened with me. I had basically hermit crabs, but I also had tanks of fish that, well, let's just say, as a young dragling, you could say, yeah, that didn't end well.
So that's shocking revelation number one.
Yes. And the thing is, I definitely grew up around cats, not much of dogs.
Now, I've had dogs and cats, but I've also grown up with other animals. Oh, excuse me.
It's fine.
Also, if you hear noises in the background, I apologize. That's just the TV.
It's fine. I mean, I'm playing music in the background.
Oh.
Now, here's the big shocking that we both had discovered is that, well, our two types of blue characters, my Arctic Fox character, and her Ice Dragon.
Now, y'all have seen Chilton several times in videos, and whenever we play Gartic Phone, because I love my nerdy boy.
Mm-hmm.
We found out that both her Fox character and Chilton had gone through similar revisions.
Yeah, in fact, basically back in, like, let's say 2011, apparently that's what it said. Apparently, I made a Blue Fox character. Technically, it was a recolor of Tails, but let's just say that's mainly where it started.
Now, I don't entirely remember when I made that. I remember I was still in high school or middle school when I first made that character. But he basically had the same kind of fur like mane that Chilton has.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm more or less going on the day where I first posted Chilton to DeviantArt, which was it seems so ago now.
Yes,
that was
so
in
long ago.
Yeah, 2015 was when I first posted Chilton to DeviantArt. So yeah. not only are our characters blue in coloration, but they also are tied to a winter theme.
Yeah, which is
How
really
this managed
freaky.
to happen?
I have no
You can't make
idea.
this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, even if we tried, this is actually legit. And, well, oh my gosh, we should definitely mention about the types of shows that we actually, ironically enough, had watched before.
Yeah.
Like, PBS Kids shows.
Yeah. Now I'm pretty sure, like people who've grown up during that time knows about PBS.
Yep.
Let's name off a few golden oldies, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Like Between the Lions.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Oh
It
my
had
god.
it had a lot of things in there, such as with the puppetry and such.
Now, maybe this is just me, but I don't know why, but the dad, the male lion who was the father, the glasses and the mane. I'm sorry, he looks like Chilton to me. God.
And I will say this, those are actually one of the few lions I actually don't mind, because when I see sort of lion characters, a lot of people's like, oh, Lion King, and I'm just like, there they go again. You basically are making lions less interesting. What other I will pretty much say this. Another show that's definitely a charming one is Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody and their grandmas knows about that show.
Yes, and I will pretty much say this. It still pretty much holds up.
I still can't believe they actually made a movie about it.
Yeah,
A live movie, no less.
Actually, there was a animated movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there
or maybe
was.
I didn't. I just don't remember.
Yeah, and I basically remember watching it. Definitely times.
Now, here's another one that me and Ashley have fond memories of. Dragon Tales.
Yeah, boy.
And I've also found out that me and Ashley both owned talking plushies of the same damn character.
Yeah, Zack and Wheezy.
Okay, excuse me. When I first found out about that, I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Now, I had Zack and Wheezy, my sister had Cassie.
My sister had Cassie, and my late brother had Ord. It's so ironic.
There's another thing we have in common, apparently. Both of our sisters had Cassie.
And I will pretty much say this. The show definitely was charming, and there were points where some characters actually get well, they were taught lessons, and if there was some sort of bad behavior and such, they get punished for it. Not too much, but at a rightful amount.
Now, to go on a small tangent here.
Yes.
Well, I commend Dragon Tales for doing that. Caillou completely flew right under the bus with that one.
Oh yeah. When I basically watched the show, I didn't really like Caillou, honestly. He was annoying.
I don't entirely remember my thoughts on it.
I mean, the only bits I liked were the little puppetry at the very end of the episodes.
Oh yeah.
It's funny the fact that the blue dinosaur fella actually is a far likable character than the freaking brat. This just proves that human characters don't always make good candidates.
And, like, it's kind of funny how certain things when you see as a kid completely fly over your head. And when you're an adult, those things are instant, like, they instantly just click.
Yeah.
And looking back at Caillou, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes.
And I'm like, no wonder this show had so many people complaining about it. This is horrible.
Yeah, nobody wants their kids to basically act like that.
That's where mothers means a lot.
Okay, tangent over.
Yes. Now, on to basically, just like, I know this is a little bit of an odd skit, but do you remember watching the show called Maya and Miguel? Apparently they were Hispanic kids and such, and apparently this girl Maya was apparently like That's So Raven, except the visions don't always go as expected.
I don't remember, actually.
Huh. Yeah,
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Now this show isn't entirely for kids. At least I hope not. But, like, this one's a little more later on in the years. Do you remember Problem Solvers?
No, I have not.
Oh, man, that was a trippy-ass show.
Though I know everyone basically has seen Cyber Chase.
Oh, yes!
All I know is that Gilbert Godfrey played as the bird guy. Digit. Heck, there was even a mini version, too. So you get Gilbert Godfrey twice. I mean, what do you expect? It's Gilbert Godfrey!
Oh my god. Now, I've actually gotten back into a very old cartoon that I remember watching called Chopsocky Chooks.
Oh, yeah, that show about the chickens and such is like, hey, Combuskin, except it's CGI.
And honestly, all look very entertaining.
Yeah, it was just over the top, honestly.
I had fun with it.
Okay, if there was another show I basically recall that basically had sort of martial arts, and that's Shaolin Showdown.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Now, I never really saw a lot of the show, but I do remember it. I feel like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
For all it was a weird show.
And honestly, I will pretty much say this, but that Dragonfella Dojo, for some reason, I can't help but think that guy was like the equivalency of the dog from American Dragon. Possibly because he didn't really do much except the fact that he's their transfer for characters, and he's a Shingon Wu detector.
But still, like, the fact that he could literally change his size, that was actually kind of cool.
Thing is, I actually had a figurine of him.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Heck, I even had a figurine of the Red Shenron of Dragon Ball. I don't know why I had that, but okay then. Now, there was a show that definitely was definitely of that mixed bag, but everyone's childhood. That'd be Arthur.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Honestly, CW, oh my god, she was so damn spoiled.
Yeah, then again, she was 4 years old, so basically, think how you said a little more maniacal.
Yeah, true, but still.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God. Thank you, Ma.
And also, whenever there were basically episodes centered around her, it's just like, oh great, what kind of mishaps are we gonna see with this with her? Now, I know there have been a few Arthur movies, and I did see the Christmas one, but not the Miss and Pal one.
I remember that one.
All I know
remember
is that was basically CGI, man, and it didn't look right.
I don't remember if I've seen it or not, but
Alrighty then. Are you familiar with Noggin?
yeah.
Yeah, the freaking Moose and Z. I mean, there were a lot of shows on there, like Franklin and Little Bear.
Oh my God, I remember those.
It's just like, oh wait, would it be interesting if there was like a crossover with those two? Because I felt they were like in the same universe, the same world.
You know, now I should mention that I really could.
But the funny thing is that Little Bear is kind of like the Berenstain Bears a little bit. Except these are like actual bears.
Oh my God. You have no idea how many times our last names got freaking lumped in with that show.
Ah.
My last name's literally Bernstein.
Bear's name is Bearns. Somehow they say Bernstein. Bears.
That was my mom.
Wowza. Yeah. Then there was Franklin, and honestly, I will say this: Franklin and any other turtle character that I've pretty much seen in media and such, they don't look like turtles. They don't have the beak. How hard is it to draw a beak?
I don't know, maybe we were just lazy or something.
Or the fact that they have claws on their hands. All turtles have that. Well, except for sea turtles.
I couldn't tell you.
Now, I remember the little segments, Drawn Alive. It's where a lot of creations that kids make, they come to life, and they do things. Like drawing, or clay, or Play-Doh. It was really interesting.
My God.
Oh,
Who remembers Play-Doh?
I used to play with Play-Doh.
I'm pretty sure everyone does.
And I was one of those dumb kids that basically that would kind of taste it, but you spit it out because of the chemicals and such. It's like, bleh.
I'm pretty sure everyone had that sort of moment.
Yes. Now, there was another show on Noggin I definitely kind of remember. That would be, Oswald the Octopus.
Yes!
Oswald is such a gentleman. He's such a bean.
Yeah. Wow. That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, and his companion is literally a wiener dog.
It's a little hot dog. It's adorable.
And his friends are like a penguin that's like I think a nerd or something. And his other friend is like, I don't know why, but this is like a flower version of Sandy. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that. But hey, oddly enough, there was a snowman selling ice cream.
It's the biggest blessing. I never thought I'd be doing it, and it led to so many opportunities for me.
Hey, it fits.
There's also Maggie and the Ferocious Beast.
Oh my God, yes!
It's gotta be
All I can basically recall, I definitely know is that there's a pig that lives in a box that basically is his home. Okay. And you don't even know what the beast is supposed to be.
I always felt it was kind of weird that he had a bit of a human face to him.
Yeah, I mean, unless he's like supposed to be a manicore or something, it doesn't really, it's not, that's not really what you expect. But I definitely recall the fact that Beast had a freaking British entitled cousin. Yeah, that was the opposite colors. Basically just, it's Beast colors, but the colors are flipped, and you give him a monocle.
Creativity at its finest, people.
Yes. Sorry.
Shit happens.
Now, other shows, huh? I definitely remember. Now, this is basically Nick Jr. What were basically some of the shows you basically remember watching from that? There was Blue's Clues.
Yeah. And here's here's a little fun fact for y'all. My cousin Stacy's husband was actually the art director for the original Blue's Clues.
Kelly.
Yeah, what a surprise! What was going on?
Dogs heard something, they're going crazy. Okay!
Okay, the Beanie Babies.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, here's a little fun fact for you. My cousin Kelly's husband was the art director for the original Blue's Clues.
Ah! I will pretty much say, it's still a charming show.
Hey, for what it was worth.
Yes.
I don't. Shut up. For what it was worth, it was a cute show.
Yes. It certainly was. Also, I didn't know for a fact that Periwinkle was literally a color. Literally, I'm one of those that's just like, how is that a color? But
The more you know.
yes. There was also I briefly remember the show, but that'd be Little Bill.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that one.
I mean, it was also basically that sort of art style that basically the Blue's Clues had too.
Yeah. But for what it was worth, it was a charming show.
Yeah. You don't get too many shows that pretty much are like that. And that's approving. Now, if there's basically a show that was kind of weird, but I watched it, that would be Dora the Explorer.
Oh my god, yes. I remember that. I watched it too.
All I can pretty much say is Swiper, favorite character of the show. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the fact that, I don't know, he looked pretty much the most appealing, possibly. Even if he is supposed to be a thief. All I'd say is that, wow, this kid, this child, this 7-year-old child, I think, basically goes out into these wild areas, and it basically shows she is basically an adventurer. But I know there was a spin-off involving her cousin.
Oh yeah, Diego.
That had a jaguar as a companion. And this kid has a license.
It's a cartoon. Cartoons are basically free game.
Yeah, that's true. What other Nick Jr. shows did you recall seeing?
Oh man, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to really think about that. Shit.
There was basically the Wonder Pets.
I don't remember if I watched them, but I know about them.
There
If
was
that makes
basically
any sense.
a guinea pig, a turtle, and a chick.
The duck like.
Oh,
Excuse
my
me.
bad.
Oh my
I mean-
god. That was not supposed to happen. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, if there were two very weird shows that I remember slightly, that would be Teletubbies and those weird ball baby alien things called I don't even know what they were called, honestly. All I know is that they
remember
were Canadian
Teletubbies.
shows.
Oh my god, I remember Teletubbies.
Yeah, it's just like all I know is that there was a sentient vacuum called Nunu.
I remember Nunu. I remember that one. Okay, so this cartoon that crap. I know I was in school when I first saw this, but my parents apparently said I watched this when I was much younger. I have no recollection of it. But it had to be one of the weirdest shows I have ever seen.
Do you say?
And this was it was on a VHS tape. Yeah, I'm showing my age. I feel fucking old. It was called The Brothers Flub.
Oh god.
I don't think I've seen that.
It was the weird. It's basically about these two brothers who work for a shipping company, and it was one of the most craziest things I've ever seen. I'm like, I remember like my mom and my sister and I came home from school one day, and my mom and my dad gave us both VHS tapes. Well, mine was The Brothers Flub, and I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, what the hell is this? And my mom and dad are saying, you used to love that crazy show. And I'm like, I don't even remember watching it. And for some god-given reason, I began watching it constantly because I found this incredibly fucking. It was
Crazy.
stupid and enough of being entertaining.
I mean, if it works, it works.
But it was one of the craziest shows I have ever seen. I'm like, what? And I kept asking myself, why the hell is this damn thing so funny to me? Like, I would watch it constantly, every single fucking day. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Why am I finding this so funny? Why am I finding this so enjoyable to watch? It's one of those shows where you like it and you keep watching it, but you're not sure why you like it.
Ah. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. So actually, I got two more shows from 90s Nickelodeon that I think I'm not sure if you're aware of.
I basically recall some other shows I've seen on other platforms.
Yeah, but answer me this. Have you seen Rocko's Modern Life and the Angry Beavers?
I've seen clips of them, but I never watched them.
I have.
All I know is that one of the beavers basically is the voice actor for Moxie and has been in Help a Boss.
Whoa! Hold up, seriously?
Yeah, it's the brown beaver.
Yeah, you're telling me Daggett has the same voice actor as Moxie? Get the fuck out of here! That's crazy.
along with Zim and Billy from Billy and Mandy.
I didn't know that Billy shared that same voice actor. I know about Zim. That was like one of my favorite shows.
Oh, and also in Psychonauts they also voiced Rasputin.
Man, this guy's been busy.
Yes.
So, okay, since we've got Nickelodeon down under our belts, why don't we move on to Cartoon Network and see what other shows?
Well, there are other shows I'd like to bring up as well. I think some of
Yeah.
these were I think they were Nick Jr. and others were like Noggin, but I definitely remember watching this Henry's Bucket Full of Dinosaurs, where this kid basically has actual dinosaurs in his bucket that takes to
I
a
don't
world.
remember.
It's like basically a different version of Dragon Tales for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, that's basically what I basically couldn't help but think. And let's see.
Good God.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong with me today? Oh, good Lord.
And there goes the train of thought. Okay.
God, do I know that feeling.
Cartoon Network. There were definitely a lot of different shows. There were Ed, Edd n Eddy, Curse the Calorie Dog, and there was basically the shows you already know from the golden age of Cartoon Network. There was also Cow and
Oh,
Chicken.
yeah. Oh my
Powerpuff-
God, I love Chow and Chicken.
And I will say that did you say Chow and Chicken? I will say that the red guy, best character.
Oh my God, hands down. Red was hysterical.
Oh, and the funny thing is, in the upcoming Cuphead show, the devil basically gives off the red guy vibes. Literally, just watch the clip
Honestly,
and go look up the red guy, and you'll say they have the almost exact same personality.
I swear to God, like, Red always stole the show whenever he was on screen.
He is a devil, after all.
No, but he was funny about it. And
Yes.
do you remember how he would always walk on his ass?
Yes.
I'm like, that is the only guy that I know can literally use his own ass cheeks as fucking as a way to walk. I laugh so hard every time.
And not to mention, basically very
God.
open with what he was wearing. Like, you could
Yeah.
catch him wearing a lady outfit and didn't care, honestly.
Exactly. And he would never wear pants.
But that's the
Like,
charm of it.
No one wants to see your big red ass on the screen.
But he didn't care.
I know he didn't, and in fact, he seemed rather pleased with himself, and that's why I love Red. I think he is he is, like, hands down, the best character in that show.
Funnily enough, he can never figure out who Super Cow is, despite the fact that, I don't know, hey, this normal cowgirl and this superhero cow, they almost look exactly alike.
Except one's wearing a fucking leotard and speaks Spanish.
Yeah, I never understood that.
I don't get it either.
And it's still weird with the whole premise. It's like, Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow, Dad was proud, he didn't care how. Yeah.
Like, seriously, how the hell do you get a cow and a chicken as your actual biological kids when you're not even, like, genetically related?
Yeah. Yep, no idea. And let's just say, there were characters that were very bizarre. In fact, one of the main big food sources is literal asses.
Oh yeah, pork butts. We all remember those. I never understood that at all.
Yeah, in fact,
Pork butts.
I mean, I can understand pork heads and legs and such, but the pure asses? It's like
Yeah,
you're literally
seriously.
eating pure ass.
Yeah. Innuendos before we even know what they were.
There was even an episode that was banned where it basically had lesbians in it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I basically learned about that.
Where the hell was that? Where the hell was I when that happened?
I
Now,
don't know.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, I'm pretty sure everybody and their grandmothers knows that about that.
A real
that
classic,
show.
man.
Oh man, it was great.
So many different monsters, so many different themes that goes down and such. It just,
It's
it's crazy.
Now, Now, I actually learned this little information from Jacob, but
Hmm?
the episode The Mask, because like I think we like looking back at it now, I
Yeah.
cannot believe Now, I'm not gonna say what exactly,
Let's just say it's very
like,
dark.
yeah, and it kind of shows something that I'm like, and I'm still completely shocked that they even allowed that on the air. And I even learned about this from Jacob. Like the creator himself was actually surprised that he actually got the green light to actually post that to live damn television.
But it was a good episode. A really good
It
episode.
really was, despite its more darker themes.
There was also the tear-jerking Last of the Star Makers. Dear God, that soundtrack!
Oh my god, that was so sad, but at the same time, really, really heartwarming. At the same time, it pulls your heartstrings and breaks them, man. It was great.
I definitely remember the episode where they went to China and Courage went on this sort of quest.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was weird as all hell, man.
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell? Okay, do you remember that one episode where this salesman basically gave them like these man-eating vegetables?
Oh yeah, that episode. I remember that.
That was like, why? Why would you sell anything like that could actually hurt you, or even worse, kill you?
I'm gonna pretty much say this clearly. I'm pretty certain Applejack would just get the. I was just like, Apple Bloom, get the weed killer.
Yeah, like seriously, like, and I'm surprised that they didn't even bother reading the ingredients.
Well,
Come on.
then again, these are elderly people, and they don't know, and they didn't know better.
Well, fair enough, but sometimes I'm really starting to think like they're too naive for their own good.
Yes, even some elderly folk would actually be somewhat cautious.
Like, seriously. Hornets? Snakes? What the
Ugh.
hell did they put in these damn things?
I don't know, some kind of weird hormonal growth.
I don't want to know personally, but I just...
Oh, if there was... Oh, what about the Vandal episode? The friggin' Vikings of sort. The windmill episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, that was
definitely a dark approach. Especially, it was mostly the lighting that made... It was mostly how the environment changed to a reddish color.
Yeah, and we got to see how, like, decayed and demonic these guys looked.
And...
like, they did not pull any punches.
Yeah, and they did not at all show any sign
of my
mercy.
God. Oh my god, do you remember that one episode with that one dude, Vincent Tarantella?
Yeah, the zombie fella.
Like, what the fuck?
Kurt's got away with a lot of things, including a parody on The Exorcist.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was wow.
Yeah. It would be lovely if I could have a cup of tea!
And it's like, I'm like, okay, you went there apparently. Why? But but I'm just bringing this up now because it was gonna be inevitable. But like, the very last. Do you remember the last episode? Perfect.
Yeah, that. Oh God, that fetus thing.
Why the fuck would you incorporate some? Well, I can at least give them kudos for wanting to go out with a bang. Cause my God, did they ever? Fuck.
Yeah, but the thing is, but it captures the sense of anxiety and stress and such, and unable to sleep, and how that's causing nightmares for Courage, and anyone would feel pressured like that.
Exactly. And honestly, I felt so bad for him. And speaking of episodes that make you feel bad for the poor guy, the one where we got to see what happened to his parents.
Yeah, that was just
Oh, my
but
heart.
at least by the end, it all got resolved.
And we got to see when Muriel found him. Oh my god, that was one of the sweetest things I had ever seen.
Yes. Indeed.
And just having little puppy courage, just smiling up at her. Oh, it kills me. But it made I'm like, why are you so cute?
Yes.
Like, that was perfect, man. That was just perfect.
I mean, when you think about it, fear, you need to have fear in order to gain courage.
And it's really no wonder why she named him that. Like, the insanity that this poor dog goes through.
Yes, I definitely recall there was an episode about how there was a sea dragon that believed that they were a flying dragon.
Oh my god, yes, I remember that one.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
There were dragons in this show? Okay.
Well, the inner fantasy lover, the fantasy lover part of me was very, very happy over
There was
this.
also this episode where involving a storm goddess looking for
God,
their lost dog and such.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was really weird. But then again, a lot of them were.
But then again, it wasn't as weird as the goose god.
Oh god, I remember that. And he fell in love with Eustace's truck.
Yes. And he even made a small cameo in the Valkyrie episode.
Oh my god, I remember that one. That was something.
That was the
else,
thing.
man. Yeah, really. Like, what the fuck did I just that? Because honestly, for me, that's the kind of vibe that I got from Courage. Like, what the fuck did I just watch?
We could go on and on but I believe we could basically move on to another show.
Yeah, and I find it kind of funny how it kind of went from us realizing we had much more in common than we realized to talking and reviewing about our favorite old shows.
Yes. Now, do you recall Ed and Eddie?
Oh god, who hasn't?
Yes. It definitely had its charm. But can we pretty much agree that Sarah was just downright just cruel?
Ugh. And what made it even worse is that she never got in trouble for anything. Come on!
She grew up to be a feminist.
Or Karen.
That too. Oh my god. You just realized she was both at the same time in that time period.
Ugh.
Seriously, how old were these kids supposed to be?
I don't know, maybe like... No.
I figured they'd be about 14 to 15 or something.
I'm placing them around like 12, around also like 12. Maybe.
Not to mention her, following bitch boy Jimmy.
That kid always gets hurt in every damn episode.
And you honestly didn't care, honestly.
Especially
that one episode where he was a mastermind. All because of a freaking wedgie.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I just like...
I gotta admit, like, that was kind of brilliant. I mean, Jimmy knew how to
Yeah. This kid can be smart, but at the same time, he's still pathetic.
But, like, I'll give credit to where credit is due, because, like, obviously... Honestly, this kid is clever. I'll give him that. And he orchestrated everything perfectly.
Did you know for a fact that the two voice actors that did Kevin and Ed, they went to voice Trixie and Soren in MLP?
I did
Yes.
not know that.
Yes.
That's kind of hard. That's kind of crazy, cause like, that's crazy, man.
They were also in that animated Rudolph movie by Good Times.
The movie?
Yes.
I remember that one.
Yes.
For what it was worth, I thought it was cute.
Yeah, especially Rudolph.
It was so sweet.
And hey, the girl character actually had a personality.
Oh yeah, Zoe.
Yes. And yet a lot of people just don't really seem to pretty much see that it has its charm.
I can at least say it was an acquired taste.
Yes. But anywho's, if there was any sort of antagonist of the show that definitely was can be very unsettling, that'd be the Canker Sisters.
Mm. Who doesn't remember the Canker Sisters?
Basically, a trio of succubi that will not leave, and they're basically just a bunch of hillbillies.
Trailer trash at its finest.
Canadians are weird.
Amen.
Seriously, there were a lot of fourth wall jokes. There were definitely some innuendos in that show. They even acknowledge it in their own subtle way. And there were basically memorable quotes and such. Just wow. Okay. How about Powerpuff Girls?
Oh my god, yeah.
Who doesn't remember?
Yeah, really.
Heck, did you know there was an anime version too?
I've heard.
Yeah, there was, and honestly, it's just wow. But yeah, that show, that was definitely a time.
Yeah, really.
I know that the original title, basically before, I'm not kidding, they were gonna be called the Whoop-Ass Sisters. Yes!
That's hilarious.
Yes. And I will say, let's just say that the girl trio, they definitely had their moments.
Okay. Like, who is your most liked and least liked villains?
Oh boy. I mean, come on, Mojo is basically classic. He's funny, but
He is.
and quotable. There was
For me,
Mhm.
my two favorite villains, Mojo Jojo and him.
Oh yeah, him. He's
Oh my
another.
God.
What is it with Cartoon Network with having devil characters that are fun, are also cool?
Least favorite, and personally, I hate her fucking guts.
Princess.
Yes. Every time she's on screen, she drives me crazy.
I don't blame ya.
Because personally, I hate people like that.
Yeah, especially that Christmas episode.
Oh God. But honestly, when she got ripped a new one by Santa, that was so freaking satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, you don't mess with the big red guy.
And seriously, like, what was she expecting was going to happen?
Now, here's a little fun fact. The voice actor who did Mojo Jojo also does Weissman the Wicked in Nights.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, Journey of Dreams.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually learned that Brielle's voice actor also voiced like a villain in Scooby-Doo.
Really? Who? Which one?
I don't recall, but I know I basically looked up what voices they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, who knew?
Oh my god. But I will say this, the Christmas special was fairly entertaining, despite Princess being at her absolute worst. Now,
At least it was interesting.
I'll admit that. And I also remember another episode where Princess literally bribed the mayor with Turkish delights to become the mayor of Townsville, and
Yeah,
that made quite. Oh my god, did that? I'm like, there, you're how old, and you're literally giving. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god, I just realized. Princess is like the equivalency of another character from Billy and Mandy, and that be Mindy.
Oh, don't get me started on Mindy.
Yeah, it's basically kind of similar to that. That's ironic.
But oh my god, I love Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, Billy and Mandy, man. Can I also just say this? I actually did see the Powerpuff Girls movie, and I just thought it was actually not bad.
Yeah, I remember seeing that at a drive-thru once. For what it was worth, I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, and heck, it basically did the song "That's What Girls Do." That's what girls do song. That's what girls do. I mean, could ya blame me? It's a catchy song and such.
Can argue there.
But yeah, Billy and Mandy next.
Oh my god. That show was fantastic.
It was crazy. It had supernatural themings. It basically had an interesting variety of cast members. And boy, a lot of crazy stuff. Can I just say this? Ironically enough, I actually didn't mind Jeff the Spider.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember Jeff.
He was relatively sweet, despite the fact that he's a giant spider. And all he wants is his dad's love.
It doesn't help that Billy's a serious arachnophobe.
Yeah, and also afraid of clowns and such. Let's be real here. I definitely know there was the Oogie Boogie.
I remember that one.
He never got punished.
Dipshit.
There was also friggin' Nurgle. It's like, yep, that's a something. Also, don't forget about his kid. But man, the things the trio basically goes through.
Sorry, my mouth was full, but I absolutely loved Nurgle. I thought he was a pill.
Yeah, and the fact that he managed to get a girlfriend and eventually wife.
Which was also ironically Billy's aunt.
Yes. Oh, the irony. Now, if I remember this episode right, there was basically an episode where it introduced me to this genre of music here. And that was the, with the giant brain monster.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Voltaire. It's literally just a musical.
Voltaire's music is awesome.
Yes. It was super catchy, and the whole theme and around it just works.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, they even did it again with the opening of the Boogie Sea Cruise.
Oh yeah.
In the
From-
land of the dead, rain doing
Oh my
it
god, that
rap.
was.
On the
Oh my god,
overlord of the underworld.
dude,
Okay.
do you remember Billy Mandy's Jacked Up Halloween?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was great.
Yeah, especially Jack-o'-lantern.
Great villain.
Yeah, funny, but also can be serious at points. I can't even go to the dang grocery store to buy pudding
And do you know why?
because Grim cut your head off. Exactly. Timing.
Oh,
Is that trash or drink?
trash.
Okay. I'm surprised they didn't do the howling.
No, I should have not were one of squeaky toys.
Now, there were definitely some episodes that had some cameos. Like there was obviously Yogi Bear and Boo Boo.
That
There was- Yeah, there was Fred Flintstone.
And they managed to twist those characters so perfectly. I'm like, wow.
Oh,
Just-
Fred.
Wow. I'm like, what the hell, man?
There was even a cameo of the Scooby-Doo game for just a second. No.
I'm just, oh my god, do you remember the Christmas episode?
Oh boy, that wasn't something.
That was fun, though. I mean, like, I've seen, like, yeah, there's been times where I've seen, like, Christmas being in jeopardy, but I've never seen one where Santa was literally turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
And let alone by Mrs. Claus!
And the fact there was a freaking vampire in the show that became their bit of companion for that special.
Oh my god, like, me and Kaylin constantly laugh about that.
Gosh, we should binge watch that show at some point.
Oh my god, yeah.
I know me and Ro basically did some shows too. So like season 1 of Infinity Train. Or Troll Hunters and such. Which, honestly, I suggest you guys go check it out. Check out the shows for yourselves. They are great.
They really are. And I'm like, so,
Alright. Okay. Nickelodeon, however, we already know SpongeBob. Basically, seasons 1 through 3 are basically the golden age and such. Enough said.
and it just went completely downhill from there.
It's just like, I don't think the creator basically wanted to at least stay on forever. The movie was supposed to be the canonical ending.
But of course, they basically had to fucking push it to the point where I just don't find it funny anymore.
Even when the guy is basically dead. Think you should have honored something. But then again, look at the people who did Land Before Time sequels. But then again, I like the Land Before Time series, so that's out of the blue.
Like, they turned Patrick from a lovable idiot to literally
Whatever that
was.
was. Why does this keep happening to me?
That's what I keep wanting to know, because now he's just turned to a complete and utter jackass. And not the fun.
Huh.
And of course, we cannot forget the Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh boy, that show is I definitely remember liking it, but then there were points I just noticed, just like, wow, I feel as though this show has something it's trying to tell us.
God, do I know that. The
It's-
one episode that just really grinded
Wishful
my
Life.
gears.
You gotta say, this poor 10-year-old kid has been through a lot.
Do you remember the episode of Wishful Life?
Yes, I mentioned it.
Ugh. Like, that episode just really pissed me off.
I felt so sorry for Timmy. Seriously, he's a 10-year-old kid, and honestly, can you really blame him for being upset?
Seriously,
Even his
like,
own
what the fuck?
godparents.
And the fact that Jorgen literally showed him that everybody is happier without him. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
There was even an episode where basically the friggin' Valentine's Day thing where it's just Battle of the Sexes.
like, I remember. Wait, was that the one where like Timmy wished that he and Trixie were the only two people on Earth?
No. That was basically a different episode.
But
it's pretty much clear that Timmy clearly shouldn't go crazy.
That's what happens when you start sticking your dick in crazy. And Trixie is that kind of crazy you want to steer very far from.
She craves attention. She is basically that girl.
She's so incredibly shallow that she needs to be told that she's pretty every 5 seconds. I'm like,
But you want to know what's
What?
irony and such? Her friend is the least insane.
and that's honestly kind of hard to believe since Veronica's shown to be completely off her nut.
Yes. And then you have basically the girl that's definitely around Timmy's age, Tootie.
Oh yeah, the obsessive fangirl. Like seriously, she takes it.
Yes.
The word of the day, kids. Obsessed.
But then again, she is related to Vicky.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on.
I'll just say this right now. For a better sister type character, or at least that acts like one. At least Frankie from Foster's knew how to keep her cool at points.
But like, why that? And there's one question with Vicky that I kept having to ask myself.
Yes.
Why the hell isn't she in jail?
Well, the place of Dimsdale is clearly run by idiots.
Well, no wonder it's called Dimsdale. The lights are on, but no one's home.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, this is getting fucking ridiculous, cause like, and even then they managed to degrade everything. Everything just went completely downhill from there.
And then you have. I mean, I will admit that Jeannie character was actually pretty funny.
Oh yeah, Norm. No doubt. I thought Norm was actually pretty funny, but like, now this is just my own personal gripe.
Yes.
But like, with the episode Fairy Idol, am I like the only one who thought that Cosmo, Wanda,
they were definitely being kind of stupid. I mean, Cosmo's already stupid, yes, we know, but Wanda? Come on, girl, you should know this by now. They should recognize that their godchild is acting strange.
and like, come on, you guys known him for like what, years now? And literally, even they are so fucking oblivious to it that they think that Timmy's just having like, are you kidding me right now? And they literally just abandon him in such a way, like, oh my God, Fucking hell! What
But
is
you
wrong
gotta,
with you fucking people?
but you gotta admit the music choices were interesting, and there was also the summer one,
Oh yeah.
but it was involved with pixies. Usually if
Oh
I know
yeah.
about pixies, they're basically supposed to be
Oh yeah.
mischievous and such.
Oh
Then
yeah, I remember that
but
episode.
then
That was actually a special I really liked.
yeah, and it had some pretty good moments in there too. And also, I will admit, I actually did sing along with those songs. Because they were just that catchy. And then you have the wishing muffin.
Good. We all know how much of a train wreck that was.
Yeah, especially with that freaking monkey.
Huh.
But I will admit, when the crossover, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, that was definitely something.
Oh, no, I didn't entirely hate it, but at the same time, I wasn't entirely the biggest fan. It was okay.
Yeah, for its time. And then, well, speaking of Jimmy Neutron, let's just say, I think it did a lot better. Seriously, the characters in there were actually likable. And there were things in there that were interesting.
But what I just really don't understand about that show is his parents. Like,
Yeah,
are
Timmy's
you
parents.
fucking, like, seriously? With that one episode when the one where, like, every March 15th, Crocker was at his
Craziest. Though there were some good jokes in that show, I will admit. And this is where I put my Lord. If I had one!
No, it's just someone who actually gives a damn.
Very by coming in anyways. Boom.
That was the only gag that I actually laughed.
Okay. Is it weird that I could totally see one of your characters doing that?
Which one?
Probably someone who pretty much just wants to be a nuisance slightly, but doesn't mean it.
Hell, Discord could possibly fill that role, and that'd be
Yes.
funny as hell.
Okay, he do that to Twilight. By
Yeah.
coming in anyways. Boom. But instead of an actual battering ram, he uses himself as a battering ram.
And she would just scream, "Discord, get out!"
Oh my god. It just works. Anyways, I will say this. Jimmy Neutron, definitely another classic.
Oh yeah.
And funnily enough, characters actually have better chemistry with each other and such. It'll definitely be clear that Jimmy's friends are actually way more loyal and a lot more understanding compared to Timmy's. And also his parents.
I can say without a doubt that Judy and Hugh Neutron are way better parents than Mr. and Mrs. Turner.
They actually act like actual parents and such, and they have their quirks.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't.
Oh, dogs are going crazy.
Yeah, no shit.
At least Judy actually was a mom. You know, a mom that knew how to handle her son's crazy antics. And well, it's seriously, you can't really hate much of the show because of what it basically had. And it was computer animated too.
Yeah, really.
Oh, wait. I remember of some other Cartoon Network shows. Camp Lazlo.
Oh my god, yes!
I will
That was
admit,
one of the weird... That was an interesting,
and it turned out,
that was
apparently, it takes place in the same world as Rocco's Modern Life.
I did not know
Because
that.
the final episode, you see an old cow character that looks slightly like the cow guy from Rocco.
I don't think I've seen the last episode of that show, but that's actually funny. If like, and what I actually learned, I learned this from my friend Kaylin. Like, Lucas wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yeah, he literally is a fraud and an insane person. Jeez, no wonder why the campers basically ended up in the way that they did. And I feel so sorry for that slug fella. I mean, shouldn't he have looked this up just to see if the camp counselor was really there?
God forbid.
Eh. Then you have probably another golden gem, Chowder.
Oh, I love that show.
Yes. It's creative.
That show was hilarious.
Yes, and it worked in its favor. No, you're not in this episode.
And of course, we can't forget the most memeable line of that show. I'm not your boyfriend!
I'm not your boyfriend! Yes. I mean, to be fair, why is that crazy girls that seem to go after the main character?
I don't know.
What is it, freaking... Oh, wait, that's Cinders of Yandere, sort of. Except Panini wasn't really, that fully point. She didn't do it often.
No, question. Who do you think was more crazy, Tootie or Panini?
I'd say Panini, because she can actually fight. Tootie would just cry. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, really, like... Fuck, yeah.
God, there were so many episodes and such. It's so funny how there were people that actually did their sort of animation on an episode. Oh, speaking of which,
Well, I think...
Yeah?
I think we should, like...
Oh, if there was another Yandere-esque type character I remember from a Cartoon Network show, that would be freaking Barry from Foster's.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Crazy girl. You're crazy.
Oh, shit. So, I think we can wrap up for now.
Yes. Considering, geez, how long it's been, but... This just goes from... But yeah, guys, we are basically, we have a lot of things in common.
Yeah, it's funny, and we'll post more any new things come up. So, anyways, until then, I'm RoseFane16.
And Drilo95.
We will see you next time.
Bye.
Stay frosty, everyone.